the booth with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Drew Brees set to take the field here along with the New Orleans Saints offense, and he is the NFL's all-time passing leader. Took that mantle earlier this year. 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions as he heads into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he'd be the MVP candidate if it weren't for one Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City who threw 50 touchdown passes in his second year in the league. But how about the first time that Drew Brees and the Saints met the Eagles this year? In New Orleans, Brees puts up 363 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's looking for more of that type of a performance in the playoffs. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Covington in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Watch 42. Ready.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Brees. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Ervin. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Charles, a little bit earlier you were talking about the first time that the Saints and Eagles met up earlier this season as we think about their upcoming playoff game, which you will be calling, by the way. But 48-7 was the final in Week 11. What are the keys in this upcoming game?
Well, for New Orleans, an intact offensive line would be a great start. They were dinged up a little bit down the stretch. Their ability to run the football with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara allows Drew Brees to make those throws downfield to guys like Mike Thomas and make the big plays and, of course, swing it out to Kamara out of the back.
And this throw will be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that two AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the two of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 55 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now Brees on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Christian Covington in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are help. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Miller. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Here's Miller. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
This drive started with first and goal. Now that it's fourth and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And here's Lewis. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Shotgun now for Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brees now on first down. He'll air it out deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Brees now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready.
Brees will try again on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. And incomplete. the contact, made the ball roam free, and brings up fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watson now to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
To throw, it's Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Brees. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Brees again. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Again, it's Breeze. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return this time